Okay, seems like this is working, but I'm not sure. Last time I tried to do the streaming, I spent the whole session without sound. So, yeah, starting again. Oh, alright, so welcome to my streaming attempt, where I'm gonna try to go through coding with the ChatGPT as like the way to kind of power up my development process. I'm a developer by trade. I've worked on my own games as well. So, and my specialization is front end. So you'll see how I just try to build things using mostly JavaScript. I'll try to stick to TypeScript. I think that might help with ChatGPT. Like ChatGPT. I don't remember GPT uh, because I always get it wrong. And the way to think about it is Geppetto, which would be the Pinocchio's creator whose creation came to life. And uh, yeah, just became a real kid. Hopefully that won't happen with AI. So next step here is going to be to start the project, which is what am I going to build? I still don't know. I think my idea is create a new game, but I don't have a concept. I don't have anything specific. Purposely, I want to say like, okay, if I start from scratch with ChatGPT, where can I get with it? So I will go ahead and start sharing full screen where you see I just have VS Code. I create a folder called ChatGPT, which just has a screenshot that I used uh, and I created with another AI tool. I just left to see if I will create the art as well with the AI. I'm not sure how easy it will be to move it into a game. I'm not very good with animations, so possibly I'll just stick to static images, which gives me more reason maybe to use AI because yeah, animation would be a bit harder, but creating just the static images should be straightforward. So there might be some states at which I will look for a tool for that. And then ChatGPT is here. I paid the plus subscription to make sure that I don't get like stuck halfway through the video. And I just you can see some of my previous attempts where I'm looking for some random stuff. Nothing I'm gonna reuse there, so I'm just gonna create conversations. And possibly we can try to make the music as well. I was trying it out with a friend the other day. So I have no clue what the legacy one was like. I imagine it's the same, the previous one. So assuming this one is more optimized. That's what it says anyway. So we're gonna start with thinking what can we use to build the game. So instead, I will feel the temptation to Google anything all the time. But so I will start with just asking always the AI whenever I can. And I'm gonna go ahead with try to figure out which game engine I can use, and it will be again a JavaScript one. So um, what's a good JavaScript engine to build a game? Okay. My game was built with Ionic. So it was basically a website wrapped into Ionic, so I could deploy it to iOS, and I can just show you the website here. So you can download it from here. It's a free game. So, it's this. Sorry, well, this is a location-based game that you can only play in Ireland, but you can download it and set up like a mobility mode, accessibility mode that I set up so people with reduced mobility could play. So you can play from anywhere, and you just tap in on the map and it just walks around as opposed to you walking around in real life. And yeah, this was built with Java, libgdx, and yeah, this was Unity. I've tried a few different options there. And here, one thing that I realized when I type questions here is that it has this kind of typewriting effect. I wonder if we can avoid that. I was trying to think whether it actually gets the full reply. Okay, I haven't started building the game. I'm already thinking how to fix ChatGPT to do stuff. So okay, let's check the network calls and see what it does when I ask for a question. Okay, so Okay. Yeah, regenerate the response. Suppose that will make a call anyway. Oh yeah, it is producing the code. Oh, no. Still building the sensor? Invest. Yeah, data keeps arriving. You can see it there. Okay, so it wasn't just the visual thing on the front end. It does only feed that to you at that speed. It's pretty annoying. Just like, wait, like, pretty sure it doesn't like produce one word at a time. This thing is in a coherent reply, so it must know how it's gonna end the message. I guess I don't know. I wish I knew a bit more about how it works. Um, cool. So there are several good search engines that you can use to build a game. We have Phaser, PixelJS, 3JS, Babylon. So I think Phaser and PixelJS were similar. If last time I checked, let's check what's the difference between Phaser and PixelJS. Leave it with it. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think Phaser might be nice in the sense that it might have some of the physics a bit more, well, as it's saying there, it's more of a whole game engine as opposed to Pixie, which is the render engine. At the same time, I would like to keep it basic, so in order to get most advantage from this, I was thinking about building a like content-rich game, so like a story, yeah, story-based. And the idea being that once I have some sort of framework, I can create like a modular approach where each stage can be created by the engine, sorry, by the AI, and and you can produce like more characters, more scenarios, more everything. So that's the idea, no? That you have something that can allow you to produce a lot of content, which while the mechanics may not be obviously easy to create because yeah, that content is only reached to an extent. Well, music is getting really active, so I'm gonna head to another track. This is a royalty-free playlist in Spotify if you're curious. Um, cool. So I'm just gonna try out and go with Pixie, yes. But what I'm gonna build is still up for debate. So let's go ahead and I'll do this. I'm gonna create a Google Doc. Okay, so and I should probably create just the new one. Okay, cool. Yeah. New game with GPT to store some of the ideas. And what would be a good, simple, story based game with simple mechanics that could be built with Pixie? Yes. And if a lot of people do this same thing I'm doing, then we will end up with the same game, I assume. Lost in the forest. Well, we'll try to twist it and try to make it a bit more unique by adding extra prompts to it. But the idea is that yeah, we there's only as much output as you can ask from this engine. Like that's I think a limited length and response. If it gets cut and you ask it to finish it, sometimes it starts from the wrong place and or just like it just finishes something else. This is weird. There's some weird limitations to the platform. So what I want to make sure is that whatever modules I build, they're small enough so I can like then merge them together. And obviously that requires some knowledge. You need to know software development if you want to like use this for software development. And I would say it's the same to everything. You cannot like AI is not gonna do the job for you fully. There's always gonna be some input. So you want to do marketing and you want to produce marketing content, you're gonna have to know how to do that already and know what to ask this, so it doesn't really just build something completely wrong or just that doesn't really is not useful because okay. Anyway, we spent a lot of time trying to explain myself there, but I'm just gonna jump in and check PixieS. Cool. So, ideas. Lost in the forest. The player is a young explorer who gets lost in the dense forest while searching for a lost city. The player must navigate the forest, encountering obstacles and challenges along the way in order to find a way out and reach the lost city. I think forest is cool. Make it. I might make it very dark so I don't have to think about what it looks like. Oh, let's see. The game is a side-scrolling platformer with simple controls. The player can move left and right, jump, and interact with objects in the environment. I always thought that if I'm asking for a story-rich game, would it make more sense to have something like top-down, like Zelda, where you can like navigate through the map in all directions as opposed to just left and right? Let's say. I don't know. Let's ask it. Alright. I love whenever you say something to it, it just agrees with you, which is weird. Or well, rarely goes against you unless it's something like a very specific topic where you're like inciting violence or something like that. And and even then, I think you can convince it, but if you take your time. So, uh, mm, yeah, I think that's better. Okay, Lost in the Forest is good. You're trying to look for a lost city, you said. Yeah, you find obstacles and challenges. I'll say characters as well. The mechanic. Okay, the mechanic. We changed the most mechanics already. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna copy this. We may change that as well, but I'm just copy that because I think it's valuable. Is this? Yeah, it's fine. It's in the same form. You I like hand drum style. I think that just makes it easier. Well, not always. Actually, it doesn't always make it easier. I have a game. I have a friend working on an animation game. Not animation game, but a game which is he's built all the like hand drawn animations. It looks so difficult to do. I would not be able. Um, yeah, I'll plug it into the comments or whatever whenever I can. If I find a link. Art. Yeah, surprisingly with animation. Sound. Yeah, we'll see with the soundtrack. We might use also the engine to build it. Um, yeah, sorry. Okay, well let's go ahead and let's put it there because we forced it to be top-down game. I like the idea of a lost city, but it's looking for a lost city. Yeah. Can you provide another say gimmick to the game to make it more special? Well, I guess that's not what I meant, although that is a gimmick. Um, I hate the word gimmick, but it's the best way to describe it, I guess. It's just something to make it a little extra special. This is the dynamic weather system. Mm, I don't think that's enough. Well, it can affect health and hunger, etc. Mm, okay. Yeah, this is going too deep into that specific. Just give me a list of gimmicks. Give me a list of 20 gimmicks with short descriptions. One-liner descriptions, actually. Oop, that works. Ah, okay. That's like Brave. Great game. But I would be making the same one. Full shape shifting gives the player the ability to transform. I like that one. That works very well in some games I've seen. Gravity manipulation. Oh, I love that, but it doesn't work in top down. Telekinesis. But it just goes through the screen. Um, manipulate objects with command. Control. Invisible. Split personality. Problem is, I love physics in games. In fact, that's why I built that Sockos game. It's a portal, a 2D portal kind of game where you can just make the portals with like by tapping on the screen of your phone. But I, so yeah, that's one of my favorite games of all time, Portal. And I try to make a mix between Portal and Lemmings, which is another good old classic. But but then, how do you apply physics? And like, it's never gonna be applied to your character unless like it's maybe if he's a slippery, like you know, like kind of walking on ice and it's slippery and can go too far, something like that. But yeah, I just imposed that thing to myself, like the top down. Anyway, reality bending, that's good. I like the idea that maybe the stages absolutely changes when you do something, kind of like a nightmare kind of thing, and you just like, or you just go, it goes into dark mode, and I suppose like Stranger Things, just see the yeah, the downs. How do you call it? I forgot what the universe is. Well, go the top down upside. I don't know that one. um, summoning, elemental powers, parallel universes, possession. Now the second is gonna be the difficult thing. Hacking is cool. How do you hack things in a forest? Time dilation, cloning, phasing, vampirism, quantum entanglement, illusion. I'm impressed that he actually gave me 20 of them, and they're like different enough. There's some that are kind of overlapping a bit, but pretty good. What about if I say, give me another 20? Will it run out of ideas? It always tries anyway. Wow, memory manipulation. What the hell? Oh, I love the possibility one. But how would you show that? It sounds difficult, even put it on the screen. Magnetism, night vision. Yeah, it's kind of running out of ideas. No, it's still pretty good. Yeah, memory manipulation, memory manipulation. What is swapping? You implement a hacking mechanic in the forest. How would it work? And what's the real life explanation? I'll try to do this in sessions of 1 hour. So I don't know how long this has been running for. 20 minutes, cool. So I can just kind of split this in kind of sessions. And this will be the first one, which is coming up with the concept. But yeah, the idea is that after this one, I'll just jump into actually coding and producing like the TypeScript code directly in here. Okay, so hacking mechanics. Hacking traps and security system in abandoned buildings. In the game, the player character is a skilled hacker who can access and disable security systems and traps that have been left behind in abandoned buildings. In a forest, I like finding. I guess it did say that it's looking for a lost city, so I suppose there could be some ruins that have like some ancient whatever species technology. And this is a useful ability for navigating through the forest, as it can help the player avoid dangerous areas and get access to yeah. Well, I hate mini games with hiking, which usually make no sense. Probably one of my most hated features in the game I'm playing now, which is Mass Effect. It's just like this thing that are meant to be pieces of code, and it really is mad finding finding images that are similar, and that's it. It's so annoying. And then the one that you have to like hook some cable, like a circuit to another, which I guess is more realistic, but it just doesn't make any sense anyway. In addition to hacking mini game, I would love to actually implement one that has code in it, actual code, but it's tricky and it would be very niche. I don't know that maybe will be interested in learning to code within the game. It'd be awesome though. Might become, I don't know. Depending on how this one goes, maybe I'll just build one afterwards. Real life explanation. In real life, abandoned builds often have security systems and traps that are still active. Hmm. While also fitting the game's for setting. I like how it doesn't make any sense. It provides the player with a useful tool for navigating through environment and overcoming obstacles. Hmm. I don't think it makes that much sense to find abandoned buildings in the hidden forest. Can we consider some sort of connection from nature that produces uh, interfaces that the player can hook into and alter the real world uh, natural environment? I'm thinking something like probably the movie I hate the most in the world, Avatar, and and yeah, they did hook their kind of USB stupid threads into a tree and downloaded themselves into it or something like that. But what if it was more of a it just goes into the world as a simulation, doesn't it? You just can hack into it and produce. I don't know. I'll just see what it takes. Mm-hmm. Series of nodes that the player must connect. Oh, what's with the node? Okay, that's nicer. I like weather, soil, plants, life. Okay, so imagine that you kind of connect the water thing to a soil thing and it generates trees, and then it allows you to go through an area because now there are trees there or something like that. I don't know. So you can climb or forest fire. That's kind of nice. I like the eco-friendly thing, the ecological approach, making it so you're also fixing around the environment. Strong, so using the eolic energy there. Yeah. All right. I should be doing this so you can know what I'm looking at. Although I'm a slow reader, so both probably most people have already read the whole thing. I'm just trying to think at the same time that I'm reading and speaking, which doesn't work. I'm impressed by streamers that can read and read. Well, they can even pronounce. They can read and talk and think at the same time. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. They kept that kind of requirement that I did earlier. Then it was what sense it makes in real life. I was more destined to why there were like abandoned buildings and out of hidden forests, but is it was here as well? Yeah, okay, whatever. I copy this. Let's paste it in my doc. Oop, didn't copy. This happens every time I switch from the Mac to the Windows machine. Okay, so now I have a sort of gimmick to it, or sort of a mechanic to it, rather than a gimmick, where we're gonna kind of hack in the environment. We're lost in a forest, looking for a sorry, a hidden city, and we can hack the environment. Top down, and we want to know a bit more about the character. Tell us more about the main character and what his, her, their motivations are to, I don't know, to enroll in this adventure. Name is Arya. A young adventurer, I suppose, possible female. Yeah, she. Uh, being fascinated by the lost civilizations and grew up in a small village that skirts the forest, but always felt a strong connection to the natural world and desire to explore beyond her home. Motivations. Her motivation for embarking on this adventure is to find the lost city that her father spoke of before he disappeared. I like that. It's probably very common, but I don't mind. That's it works for me. Her father was also an adventurer and spent many years exploring the forest and its surrounding areas. Before he disappeared, he told Arya about the lost city and he had discovered and promised to take her there someday. Arya has spent the last few years searching for clues and information about the lost city and has finally found a lead that could help her locate it. Okay. He has deep respect for the environment and its inhabitants, and seeks to understand and protect it as much as she seeks to discover its treasures. Her adventures in the forest are driven by a desire for knowledge, discovery, and adventure, as well as a personal quest to uncover the truth about her father's disappearance and find the lost city he spoke of. Personality: Arya is brave, curious, and resourceful. Yeah, Game of Thrones much. Uh, was that with a Y? I don't know. She is quick to think on her feet and solve problems creatively, but also values careful planning and preparation. She has a kind heart and a strong sense of justice, and will go out of her way to help those in need. Arya can be a bit stubborn at times, and she can so yeah. Well, okay, whatever. That's going on very deep in the personality. That's fine, and that looks good for me. Now, what I would like to do is, can you tie the lead that Arya found with the mechanic, with the hacking mechanic? So yeah, this something that she does that opens a gate or whatever. Okay, for example, the way he opens a gate into the a hidden path in the forest uh, is through some sort of terminal she uses. You don't wait to lead area fast. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Bad at reading what I wrote. Arya comes across a strange terminal hidden deep in the forest. The terminal is heavily encrypted and appears to be connected to a network that spans internet. Okay. Okay, so she finds a terminal that she can hack into. It is interesting. So there's a network of terminals scattered to the forest. Okay, okay, that works fine with me. Oh yeah, yeah, this is brilliant. I like this. That's what that. I mean, terminals, just random terminals. I mean, I could have had that in the abandoned buildings. I gotta admit, but it just sounds weird. That like I like the idea of like a terminal growing out of a tree or something like that. Yeah. Okay. Wait, I'm gonna copy this. I'm just gonna put a new page for each thing. Okay. So oh, let's put four there. Is how am I gonna organize this? Let's go with character. And I'm kind of annoyed now about this. I'm just gonna go ahead and what did I do here? Damn it! Get rid of that background. Is it a different thing? I don't know. Oh, someone could help me with this. Now I envy streamers who have like a lot of people looking at them because you can always ask like, "Hey, do you know this?" And they check the chat and they can figure out what to do. I don't know what to do here, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is. But yeah, we'll figure out in the future. A character, and the next thing is the um, mechanic as well. So just gonna create there kind of an index. I mean, I'll generate the index afterwards, but the idea is that I can then always research and think about, you know, where this idea came from. So, here we go. I think that's pretty good already. I like the idea that we have sort of a story, a mechanic. Okay, I think we need to narrow down a bit more on how the terminal will work. Uh, Describe what the terminal would look like and what sort of commands one could write in it. Symbols and glyphs and circular pattern. Yeah, uh, that's Stargate, isn't it? I don't want that. I was thinking more of the. I'm kind of now bought into that idea of the helping gain risk water level. Yeah, that stuff makes sense, but rewrite the last response. Hmm, taking into account the user will look at something similar to pseudocode and edit it to get the outputs. Okay, so look low, symbols and glyphs. Oh, wait, why symbols and glyphs? Hmm, okay. Open gate. I think that so like some of the things will have IDs. You'll be like, okay, raise the water level for the lake with the ID one two whatever. Yeah, that's interesting. Bouncer terrain, new terrain type. Wow, that's actually interesting. You can have some sort of grid that you can see only when using whatever lens, and you use that grid to identify what's that ID, and say, okay, well, I'm modifying this this element on the grid and turn it into something else. Pretty cool. Anyway, next. I could spend my life doing this, just coming up with ideas. And, well, not it. Yeah, sorry, the AI is coming up with ideas, but I'm like kind of modifying, judging them, building on top of them. Anyway, that's how brainstorming works after all. Cool. So I don't like this too much. Do it in a way that the user learns some algorithms. I always include that bit. We talk about symbols and glyphs all the time. Linear search algorithms? Oof. What? That doesn't make sense. I meant like programming. Okay, ignore that last attempt and write it without glyphs and considering that the user will learn a bit of programming along the way. Yeah, in JavaScript is that. Hmm. What will the user have to type or complete in order to solve the puzzle? It's unclear to me. Okay, forest maze. I like that they came out with. Okay, now let's just come up with an example. that's that's brilliant. Someone would say it's even smart. In depth. Area needs to use your actions to navigate the forest maze. Yeah. Encrypted. Yes. Oh, it's not gonna do a binary search. It's not a stupid coding interview. It's something simple, like instead of a binary search, uh, make the user type small simple scripts like if then else uh, while loops or loops, I don't know. So who's using while nowadays? Uh, what else would be interesting to learn when you're starting programming? Variables. It's trained for very low level, obviously, so we have like a low entry barrier. Uh, um, cool. Can't think of anything right now. I never thought that music would be so distracting. I know I have. Okay, yeah. Look, I'm just gonna show you what I'm looking at. This is my Spotify, and this is where I was looking for royalty-free stuff. So let's go ahead. See, free. Say, chill out. There you go. This is classical music. I know. That's fine. Jazzy. No, yeah, that's good. No, that's simple scripts, if and else, for loops, variables. Yeah, that's enough, and maybe some uh, string concatenation, uh, simple math operations. I think that we'll see with time, but I think that's pretty much it. Simple programming, I could have just said that. Okay, find their way across the forest and continue on journey, yeah. Needs to use the programming skills to navigate the forest maze. Yeah, we know that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's just replacing the last bit where that's fair enough. Well, you are incorporating the things, I guess. A for loop to clear a path. Okay. Elaborate uh, the on each of the terminal puzzles. What would be displayed and what would the user need to enter? This is like essential to the game. Okay, that makes very little sense. But the only way that I think that makes sense is like if it's a labyrinth kind of thing, kind of in Monkey Island when you go around the forest, and if you know the like left, right, ahead, back, and all these kind of directions, you get a you get a, and if you fail any time, it just throws you to kind of this out of it. So I guess we could have some sort of like that. Maybe we say the compass is going crazy, and it's just like we need to create something that gives us the where the north is or something like that. Okay, that could do. Okay, let's see. For loop. Detect tree, remove tree. Just to create a. Okay, okay, a path. Variables of string concatenation. To create a map of the forest. That one is a bit weird. How you say if it's concatenation, we could just think about maybe some sort of password that we have to hack, and it just we can mix the loop that we learned earlier with the generation of the password, so it tries every combination of something. And for example, if we just know that the password is like a name and a number at the end, and you just generate like all the possibilities, that could do until it reaches the right one. Simple math operations. Gonna have to check the recording of this streaming session to remember these things. Uh, Simple math operations. So just the elevation of the hill and create a new path. Okay, it's not. Hmm, it's not very advanced math, no, at all. Hmm. Yeah, I think that. I think the idea is good to spark something else anyway. So that's pretty. It's pretty decent. Okay, so I don't know visually how any of this will work. I think the trees make sense. The left right stuff, yes. I mean, if you look, I guess you can always see your terminal, and then you can like I don't know. I don't know how like you would you load something from the terminal that you found into something that you're carrying, kind of like the Vivo thing from Fallout. That could make sense. All right. Well, anyway, we'll think about it. Nice. How long have I been here? Oh, 47 minutes. It's pretty long, but we have a pretty good start for the game. And I think we can. I would rename it. Lost in the Forest. It doesn't make sense anymore. Uh, can you rename the game so it captures the essence of the mechanics and the character's personality? I like Ari actually. It's pretty good. I don't know. I guess yeah. And it's pretty Game of Thrones, no? Maybe misremember it's Arya, no? Let's see. Yeah, Arya Stark. See, now I'm thinking about her so much. I might have to rename her. I know it's with a 9 instead of a Y, but is that enough? Okay, give me 20 possible. Okay, 20 is the right name. Sorry, names. Forest Hacker. I couldn't be more straightforward than that. Tech Track. Yeah, Forest Forest. Programmers for. Oh. Now I'm thinking of the Dark Forest from the Three Body Problem. Um, something algorithms, hidden hacks, coding quest. Eric Rickles, Fields Adventure. The forest coder. Okay, I like where the okay generate variations of the code. Sorry, forest coder and forest hacker And Programmer's Path is good as well, but I don't. It's too. Hmm. Yeah. Coder's Path maybe. Coder's Path. Coder Path. Okay. Can you rewrite Coder's Path so it sounds more like a game? Or like more playful. Hacking the horizon on this frontier. It's weird. It's just it seems like can you do it again? But making it a plausible name for the game because I think it just went of course now. Uh, you just still wonder. I like that. It's nice. Coding Quest, Forward Coding Trail, Hacking Trails. Hmm. Can you give them a more nature name? I don't know. Didn't even express myself. It's amazing that he would actually understand it. Coding Wilderness. Heck, heck. Okay, let's go with this is do I keep area? I think it's cool. Okay, alright. Here's coding adventure. Give me 100 variations for that for the game. You gonna give me 100 really? Area, the code explorer. Hmm, I like that. Code okay, interesting. It's making it worse. Or is that a thing? I don't know. Maybe it is. Program path. Okay. Same, but with areas hacked, hacked forest. I think this sounds cool. And the hack forest area and the hack forest. This is too in your nose, but you know, for now, I think I'm gonna go with area and the digital forest or something like that. There you go. Yep. We can rename this area and the digital forest. You. And we can make that our title. We rename this. Story. Concept. Maybe part one. Story concept. Cool. This was more successful than previous attempts that I had to try to get going with with the game. Sorry. Cool. So the next session what I'll do is to hey didn't kill the other one. No, 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 it starts it like that. Okay, so what I will be doing next is to come up with the coding part of it. So we're gonna start building a skeleton app. That's why I have this code here, but even though I didn't use it, and cool. So yeah, the idea I guess I may try PCS. I may try something else depending on how it goes. I don't know. But yeah, this I think it was fruitful enough. Yeah. All right. See you in the next session. Thanks for tuning into this. If you did, I don't know why.